Welcome to the cooling center for coral.
We are a refuge at the moment for these corals.
See, there's a heat wave happening right now underwater. Ocean temperatures off the coast of Florida are so warm, it's causing coral to bleach, or in some cases, even die from heat shock. Now, researchers are in a mad dash to move coral that was being restored either to deeper, cooler waters or to facilities like the Keys Marine Lab.
You've got to cool them down into 88, 85 degrees, and you don't want to shock them. So that's a transition period. But everybody's been bringing corals in. By the end of next week, we expect to have all 50 of those tables full.
Some of the coral will have a short-term stay on land where they'll be acclimated to warmer water and then returned to the nursery. Others will remain long-term as part of a Noah's Archetype plan to permanently preserve certain coral species.
The predominant ones that we're focusing on right now in phase 1 of Mission Iconic Reefs are elkhorn and staghorn coral. They are listed as threatened on the endangered species list, and they are in extremely low populations naturally in Florida. We really need them if we want to recover reefs. The good thing is that these corals can asexually fragment. You break them in 2 pieces and you have 2 copies of the same one. So we took fragments of each one and are placing them in 2 land-based living gene banks. Those corals will be alive and held there sort of as a insurance policy.
Another way to keep the coral legacy alive? Babies. Researchers are trying to cultivate future generations of coral that can withstand warmer water through selective breeding.
In coral nurseries, we will see some corals that fare better to higher temperatures than others. And so we want to make sure that we continue to propagate those so we don't lose that natural resilience. So we have partners that have corals that they've brought to land that are of reproductive size, that they're actually conducting these crosses of heat-tolerant corals to try to create those babies. We also have partners in the water collecting spawn from corals that, ironically, even some of the corals that are bleached are still spawning, which is amazing because typically they have to spend all their energy trying to just recover from the bleaching. But in this case, they're actually still spawning. And so we're collecting those eggs and sperm. So that means that they have some level of resilience also.
Heat-resilient baby coral offers some hope, along with the fact that bleached coral is still alive and can recover. Still, it's a race to save the corals growing in these nurseries that have a crucial role to play in restoring Florida's reefs.
If we lose those corals, our practitioners have lost the ability to be able to restore the reefs, and they're losing the basic stock that they need to grow out in order to be able to do the outplanting that is required down here.
All of these efforts that we're doing, the gene banking, the evacuations of corals from nurseries, building deeper nurseries, all of this is being done because of the amazing partnership that we have established through Mission Iconic Reefs. It is an all hands on deck thing to save as much as we possibly can.